My political panel joins me now, conservative commentator Kurt Schlichter and Democrat strategist Kelly Grace Gibson. Let's get to you first, Kelly. Franken has resisted calls for him to resign. Should he?
Well, I think that there is, I agree with Congressman West earlier, there is an expectation that all these men, where there's accusers coming out against them, need to follow the same script, starting with our president, who's on tape admitting to sexual assault. He's not stepping down, and he's supporting a candidate who also has a series of accusers on the record against him, including sexual inappropriate behavior with a child. So I think that everyone needs to be a mirror needs to be held up to everybody, that the same set of rules needs to apply. And if you act inappropriately sexually towards a woman who does not want it, then you shouldn't be a public servant. You shouldn't be a member of the Congress or the President of the United States or a candidate for Senate.
You know, here's another story that broke, Kurt. Bill Clinton accusers Juanita Broaddrick, Kathleen Willey, and Leslie Milwee barged into Al Franken's office. They wanted Franken and John Conyers to resign. They also asked for an end to the secret slush fund where congressmen settle sexual harassment accusations with taxpayer money, all in secret. And they want Bill Clinton to lose his government pension. What did you think of this action?
Well, you know, Liz, I think it's important that these women point out the hypocrisy that underlines this. 20 years ago, we were told none of this matters. And people like Al Franken and John Conyers continue to act as if none of this matters. This isn't something that just happened today. This is the result of decades of powerful liberal men having their actions covered up.
It's not just liberals.
It's time to have some accountability. Yeah,
it's not just liberals.
It's primarily liberals.
It's not just liberals. The President of the United States is a Republican.
Listen, this is, sorry, stay with me.
And
this is not a wait. Both of you, please forgive me. This is not a Democrat issue, and it's not a Republican issue. It's a human issue, and that's the problem with how this is being approached. There are human beings that are having their lives affected about what's going on. Yes. And Kelly, what's a real issue, and Kurt has brought this up too. This secret slush fund has got to go. That's what we need at Broaddrick, and the others have been saying. What do you think?
I agree. I mean, there's legislation being introduced called the Me Too legislation, which is setting up a sexual harassment training and reporting system. And
but why? But Kelly, stay on that. Why all of a sudden, out of the blue, does Congress need sexual harassment training when private sector companies do it all the time?
Why don't they? I mean,
where have they been? The point is, where have they been?
Oh, I just think that for a long time, I think elected members of Congress, mostly men, have considered themselves a different sort of category, and so that some of the rules didn't apply to them. And I do think all this stuff with President Clinton was in the past, and it's terrible, but we need to make some changes.
It is terrible, period. It's not, no, that's it. Leave it there. It was terrible.
Yes.
Kurt, come in here. What do you think?
Look, I don't think people in Congress need any training. Look, we all know what's right and wrong. You don't grab women. You don't grope at them, as some of these accusers are saying. You just don't do these things, and everyone knows it's wrong. Look, if we're going to have accountability, let's have accountability. Let's set a standard. And the problem I have is we haven't had a clear standard. We have had a standard that people apply through a lens of their own politics. And if we as a society are going to get past this, we need to get past politicizing this issue. And that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
One standard, one rule for everybody.
Kurt and Kelly, good to see you both. Thanks so much for your remarks and comments tonight. Really good stuff.